Time to move on and progress. These are just 3 items that I've cleaned and polished. This is the blanking plate that goes on the back of the cam. This is the breather with its little California thing there. And there are strange regulations in that state. But this was back in 1962. In fact, the 18th of December 1962 to be precise. So that's all polished up and done. I'm not making these things perfect. I'm making them look better. I'm making them look clean. But they still have blemishes on them. The car is old, therefore it can't be perfect in my mind. This is the timing cover. As you can see, I've painted on the inside there of the water pump with Gliptal, and I also did the inside of the cover here, which is where the oil will flow through. Again, it just helps the flow. Next thing to do is to get the studs in here, make sure I've got all my nuts and bolts lined up and ready to go with all the relevant washers, and then put the gasket on here and fit the baby over onto the block. Also we'll have to get the seal, and I did a test fit, and this is something I recommend you all do just to make sure it's going to go on nice and easy. Now it is a little stiff over the pegs and I can tap it on with a hammer, but I don't want to do that until I'm ready to push it right the way on with the gasket and the sealant on there. Then once that's done, I will be putting on, will I put on the water pump? I might put on the water pump. In fact, I think I probably will, and I'll also probably put the damper on there as well, or what else do you guys call it? The harmonic balancer. So that's the next thing to do, is make sure I've got all the nuts and bolts, get my studs in here ready, and the studs in down here. With this all on, then it's the oil pan. So let's get to it. This is the collection of bolts, nuts, studs, washers that I removed from the timing cover. That's definitely not right. I've got to figure out exactly what I need, especially with the washers and where the studs go, before I get any further. Also, I will give these a clean up. I think time for maybe an ultrasonic clean. Let's get them done. Here is the timing cover and water pump, and don't worry, I'm not going to let you not see me fitting it. I have fitted it now as a dry fit to make sure everything is okay, the holes are okay and the bolt length is okay. I have just replaced all the bolts with stainless steel ones. So I wanted to make sure everything fits okay, and I'm glad I did, because 2 of the bolts up the top here, they're just a little bit too long. That one has bottomed out and that one has bottomed out. So they need to be shortened. Also, this one here on the water pump, and this is a good thing with washers, you can put the washer on there and see if you can spin them, and if you can spin them, then you know the bolt's not tight. So this one here, for some reason, has bottomed out. So I'll be pulling these out, that one, and that one, and cutting the ends off. And I've got to tell you, stainless steel bolts are a pig to cut. They are hard as hell. That, you probably knew that anyway, but just wanted to mention that. So if you do, like I am doing, I'm trying to replace every bolt with stainless steel. Not necessarily all of them, such as, you know, in here I haven't. I've put the originals back in. I do like the originality, but these are on show, so I wanted them to look nice always. So that's why I've gone for the stainless steel here. I didn't replace the studs with stainless steel because I couldn't find them, to be honest. So I'm just using stainless steel nuts, and you see I'm using the nuts with the automatic lock on them, I want to call it. I don't know really what the correct term is, but they have a serrated bottom, and I have that when I sit down on cheese waffles. Cheese waffles or a waffle? I can't help it, I'm stupid. See, it's got little marks on it, and they bite once you get it up tight, and that prevents them from coming undone. So obviously when I put it on finally, I will have that seal and that collar on. I've put these bottom studs in ready for the oil pan to go on. I've not put the stop ones or even the top ones in. My reasoning, and I don't know if it's sensible reasoning, is that when I go to put the head on, it makes it easier. As I said, I don't know if I'm right in this or whether I will put them on anyway. It's a conundrum, because I'm going to be sliding it over the heads. It's just, you know, extra awkwardness to get over. So I'm really not sure what I'm going to do there, whether I'm going to put these studs in or not. I'll give that one some thought, and if you have a thought on it, then please do let me know whether or not you think I should put them in. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 studs there that have got to go in. Now I can put them in afterwards without too much trouble. So that's my thought at the moment. Okay, there we go. All right, everything's in place, ready to go. Yeah, obviously these aren't tight yet, and they go further out, so they will be up against there. All right, next thing to do is cut those bolts, mark them and cut them, and then I'll clean the marks off afterwards, and then put it on for real. Trouble is, now I've got to take the damn thing off, and I've squeezed it up over the pegs, and it's not going to be easy to get off, but I'll do it. All right, time to take it off. Okay, hopefully you guys are going to be able to see this, and whilst I am not trying to teach my granny to suck eggs, as they say, when you're cutting a bolt off, always put a nut on it. That way, when you take the nut off, it cleans the thread, so it makes it easier to go on. Now this, I'm going to take about 1/4 off, actually maybe slightly less, but it's stainless steel, as I mentioned, and they are a pig. This is my good old Dremel, so let's give it a go. Then don't push too hard, otherwise you will break the wheel. And that is not something you want to do. And in case you weren't aware, I do have eye protection on. You see that bugger's glowing cherry red. Stainless steel is a real bugger to cut through. And there's smoke going, and that tip is getting really hot. Look at that, baby. Woo-wee. I don't want that on my tootsies. And I got flip-flops on. Woo-wee. And that is wearing that wheel out. Boy, oh boy. Look at this. Woo! Whoa! We might have to change to another wheel. Yeah, whoa, look at that. I couldn't even get through that with one wheel. All right, I got to change the wheel. Whew. And then we'll finish cutting it. Hey, I discovered I don't have any more wheels, so I've got to get a smaller tool onto it. Boy, did that make short work of that. Okay, now I've got to let that bugger cool down. By the way, guys, I've said it before in another video, this is an awesome tool. So I'm going to let that one cool down now. Once it's cooled down, then I'll take that nut off and clean the thread up and test it in the hole, and then I'll do these two. I'm not going to show you me doing these two as well because it's pretty much the same thing. And then I will get that cover off once I'm sure every bolt is correct, and goop it up and put it on. In the kit I have the gaskets that I need. These are the two gaskets that I need. They give you lots of gaskets, which are for just different engines or different timing covers. So these are the two that I need, and of course the good old water pump gasket. Okay, that's it for the moment. Catch you in the next section. Alright, I'm always preaching get the right tool for the job. Now watch this beast. The Dremel was good, but this, whoa. Done. Get yourself one of these. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, I'm getting ready now to put the cover on here. On a previous video I mentioned about reversing this, turning it round. On certain XK engines that applies. On this 3.8 it doesn't. You see there is a recess here, and that recess goes over that. Now, I don't know if I can do this one-handed. I will certainly try, so I can show you guys, and of course it gets stuck, and I was doing it left-handed. And this is a precision fit, so of course if I had lubrication, well, you know, a bit of KY jelly, you know what I mean, If I can just get that to go on there just to show you, I'd really appreciate it. Come on, piece of metal, you can do this. There we go. And look, see the key there? Zoink, disappears. And then the seal will be around here. Now that's what I will be putting on the timing cover, so that I put this all on in one go. So you can see that I've cleaned this up. Gosh, that came off easy. Precision fit, so it has to be good. Get it nice and clean, guys. I'm going to put a little smear of assembly lube on here just to help me push this on, and also I'll put some around on the outside here so that when it does rotate it doesn't tear the seal. Not that it probably would, but hey, better be safe than sorry. When doing this, guys, preparation is key. This is my water pump, obviously, the 3 nuts that I require, the relevant bolts all done to the correct length, and this lot for the timing cover and the oil pan. Now I may have to cut these ones down, I don't know yet. The store that I went to didn't have enough of the inch ones that I needed, so I'm hoping that these will fit, but I don't want them protruding, so I may well end up cutting those down. Also, these are for the timing cover, these are for the timing cover, and these are for the timing cover. These 3 here, they're going to be on the oil pan, and it's a special bolt size that I need. I probably don't need that one, in all honesty. It will probably be that one, because one of the oil pan bolts meets one of the timing cover bolts, and they don't like fighting each other, so consequently you have to put a shorter bolt in. I will show you that, I promise. Just be aware of it. Alright, let's get the timing cover sealant on, and I think I'll put the sealant on, then put the gasket on. Ooh, which way should I do this? I think I will probably put the gasket on the cover first, put a couple of bolts through it, and then slide it on to the block. Yes, that's what I'll do. That's probably going to be the safest. That way the gasket doesn't move out of the way. And by the way, these gaskets are so damn flimsy, they're annoying. Maybe it's because I bought it in a kit rather than separate, I'm not sure. But it's a paper gasket. Let's hope it seals. But I will be putting some good old Ultra Black Advanced Formula Maximum Oil Resistance on it. And why are you talking in that strange voice? It will be done. Oh yes. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I get carried away with myself, and if I can't have fun doing these videos, who the hell can? One thing to remember, which I didn't show you and I'm about to, is this plate. Do not forget to put this plate on before you do anything else. This is what shall I call it? A cane retainer. It just helps keep the chain where it should be, on the gear. That's where you want a chain, on the gear fab chain. Okay, so don't forget, put that on first. I no need to take it off now. I've just slipped it on there ready, and now I will go and get the other pieces and put them together, and I'll show you me doing it up. Not that you don't know how to do it, it just well, I just want to bore the pants off of you, especially if you're a female. Right, as previously mentioned, got to put this lot together. Now I will be installing this as the last item, but I just want to show you now. Good old bit of looby engine lubrication assembly lube. Unfortunately, this does have a chamfer on it. Chamfer. So it pushes in nice and easy. Oops. Ooh, there she goes. And that will reside in there. But I got to tell you, as I'm trying to avoid any oil leaks, I'm going to be putting sealant around here. Now, is it necessary? Probably not. Am I going to do it? Yes. It may help. It will not do any harm. So that now moves back and forwards nicely in there. So hopefully when I go to put it on, it goes together easy. When doing the gasketing, by the way, gasket goo, these are very handy. Stops getting the shit on your hands, which I do a lot. Alright, let's get it done. Alright, here we go. Now, if it's not in focus or in picture, I do apologize. It is important that I see what I'm doing rather than you, and don't take that as an insult. It's just I've got to get this right. So let's see if this stuff still works. Ooh, I guess not. Maybe I'm going to have to use the other tube. Let's see, come on. Oh, there she goes. Not very well. Oh, this is not good. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, it's sticky shit, that's for sure. Okay, doesn't want to come out. That's tough shit, I'll tell you that. I'm squeezing on this syringe like, well, like a syringe squeezy thing. I'm going to have to use the other tube on the other side of the gasket. Oh dear, man, this is tough. This really doesn't want to come out of here. I guess it's getting upset because this is actually a Mercedes adhesive. It's something I had left over from a customer's job. Thought I'd use it because it seems such a pity to waste it. I'm sure he would appreciate I'm not wasting it. He has no use for it. So let's see how this goes. And in case he's watching this video, yes Ken, it's your shit. Your shit's on a Jaguar. How's that feel? Good. Alright, let's get the gasket. And place it. As I said, this is really sticky shit, so I don't see this gasket moving anywhere. That's good. Can't argue with that. That's it, make sure it lines up properly. That's it, good. All the holes lined up nicely. Okay, let's do t'other side. Alright, t'other side, aye. Guys, I'm really not sure what you're looking at, and I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. And if not, I do apologise sincerely. God, man, this really is sticky shit. If it's sticky, then maybe it'll work. That's my theory. It's a theory that is mine, as Monty Python would say. And those of you that don't know Monty Python, you should watch them. It's a theory about dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are thin at one end, much, much thicker in the middle, and thin at the other end. And if you don't find that funny, too bad. I do. Sorry for the plagiarism, Mr. Monty Python. And now here we go with this gasket. Gasket. Make sure it goes on there nice and easy, and all the holes line up. Now you will see I've used the gasket with the cutouts. The reason I did that is because that's what this timing cover has, even though the pump doesn't. Alright, now those, I'm not going to use the rest of that goo. It's just too damn sticky. It's hard to work with, so I'm going to use the normal black. Here we go. Yeah, here we go, boys. Alright. I'm sure there'll be some clean-up to do afterwards, but that's okay. I can tell you I've already made one mistake. I haven't got the gasket out for the water pump, because all of this has to go together with the water pump at the same time. So I'll have to quickly pull that out. And I'm sorry if you're bored by this, but you can always fast forward. But maybe it'll interest some of you, who knows? Stranger things have happened. So the first thing I've got to do is get it on there. I've got to get it on, and then worry about the water pump. Alright, so that is all gooed up now, and I am going to use this goo in here because it's so sticky. Oh, wow. Sorry guys, I totally blocked your view there. That's another reason you want to wear gloves. Because you're going to get goopy, 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 goopy. Alright, now slip that in there, let it settle. Beautiful. Okay, everything looks okay there. So it's gloves off. And let's slide this on over here. Now, please note, I am keeping my finger holding this collar on. Okay, there she goes. Now, this is tricky. Okay, slides on nicely. Slides on too far. Come back out a bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, guys. Right, now I need to get some bolts and pull that in before it sets hard. Let's grab these 5. Let's go here, 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 and here. And one for a lock goes there. And what I'd like to try and do is hope that they pull it in, but they won't pull it all the way in. So let me get these top 2 here, because then we can pull it in and get the pump on it. And I'm sorry if you're getting giddy, guys, with me doing this, but tough shit. There we go. Because they're not reliant on the water pump, are they? This way it will allow me. That one doesn't want to start. Yeah, slightly wrong angle there. She goes. All right. Ouch. For want of a better word, ouch. Let me just pull these up. Pull these up. Not pulling your knickers up. Knickers. Now there's a thing. Okay, that gasket is still in place there, and is still in place there. That's good. And do check on that. When you're doing this, make sure your gasket has stayed where it should stay. It's so easy to think that it has and it hasn't. Now, I'm not torquing these up yet, and in fact, in all honesty, I don't know what the torque setting is. It's going to be up to Gary type. Lovely sound. She gets tighter and tighter. You think I'm nuts? You're watching me. How nuts are you? Alright. Change socket. Okay. There we go. Alright, so that's got the main thing pinched up. Now I can do the water pump. Let me just pinch that up a little more. Pinch that up a little more, and I promise you, clean this. Oh, there's a bolt I can get in there. That's a little short one. Ay, 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 ay. That one. See, organisation. Gosh, I'm almost organised. That's pretty good, isn't it, eh? Being almost organised. Alright, so let's pinch, change socket, because they like to fuck with you. Pinch, pinch. Haha, wrong one, Gary. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Okay, so the timing cover really is sealed at this point. But now we have the water pump to do. Alright. And by the way, I did put assembly lubrication on that and on that before I put it in. And I have now to also put in that Woodruff key there. Alright, next is the pump. Alright. Water pump time. Let's get the gasket on there. I've already spread the goo on. I'm sure you know how to spread goo. And just to let you know, not that you probably give a shit, the goo I'm using is designed specifically for water pumps and thermostats. Oh dear, I'm so sorry, my allergies are playing up like hell today. If I can't get coronavirus, I gotta get allergies, eh? What do you want, huh? I know it's no fair. And I'm also running out of water pump goo. Hopefully I got enough here to finish this off. Let's see. Please excuse my sniffing. I really am so sorry. Oh dear. Oh dear, please stop sniffing. Oh, this is gooey. This is gooey stuff. It's moving around a lot. Don't like it when it moves around like that. Get off of there. Jesus Christ. What kind of a rank amateur are you, Gary? Damn, if this puppy don't leak, it'll be a damn miracle. There we go. Alright. Again, using gloves. Alright. And look, nuts and bolts all laid out, ready, so I know what goes where. Alright, here we go. And again, gloves off, and let's get to it. Let's take the nuts, because I'm going to slip it over the studs, and that'll hold it in place. Nice and gentle, guys. Get it through the holes. There we go. Yes, there's goo on the studs. I can clean that off afterwards. Important thing now is to get all of these items on and get it buttoned up. Oh, this is good. This is very satisfying. When you get to these kind of stages, it is amazingly satisfying to actually be putting things back together. Alright. Alright, grab the studs. Do remember, guys, one of these is special. here we go. We have that one in there, that's fine. This is the one with the white dots, that bottom corner, because I had to trim that off if you remember. And that one goes in there, and that one goes in there, and these two are different. And I actually had to make this one, and by make it I mean the store didn't have the exact one I needed, so I got one a lot longer than I needed with a coarser thread than I needed, cut it, and then rethreaded it with my kit. And that one goes in there, and this one goes in here. Come on, in you go, go on. You know you're not going to win, because I always win. There we go. Alright, time to get the correct socket on. And let's just spin these all up. Oh yes, there we go. Oops, there we go. Look at that, beautiful. And just double check the gasket on this side. Yep, everything's okay. The gasket has not moved. It's in the correct spot. Now I'm using my silly little wrench here because it's actually fast. Because it has this 90-degree thing that it can do, whereas my proper wrench doesn't, which is what I will be getting to in a second. Oh yes. Excuse me. I wouldn't mind if I smoked, but I don't. Yes, I did. I don't anymore. Do I miss it? Yeah. Yeah, I miss having a cigar. Look, that's just a drug thing, isn't it? So now I snort cocaine and mainline on heroin and morphine. Yeah, right, sure I do. If I want to die. Oh, that didn't catch. You little bugger. There we go. I hope you're actually seeing this, even though it may be remarkably boring. Alright, time to get my decent wrench to give it some welly. Good old Mr. Snap-on. Alright, let's pinch these up. And we'll start with the nuts in the middle. Why? Well, because it's always good to do it like you would do a cylinder head. You know, sort of a rotation. Alright, boys and girls! The timing cover is on, the water pump is on. And this is my rebuilt water pump. And as I mentioned to you all before, I rebuild these. So if you've got an XK engine and you need your water pump rebuilt, I do it for $100. Kit cost me $50. I charge $50 labour and then shipping on top. Alright, so that is good. Got a bit of clean up to do. You know, little bits of gasket goo that got where it shouldn't have got. But that's okay. Alright. Smooth that off there. Look at that, and that's something you got to be aware of. I don't know if I mentioned it. If you do decide to have your block decked, you have to give them the timing cover too. They have to bolt it on, and then when they deck the block, they deck the timing cover too, to make sure it's exact. Now I can feel on mine there is a gnat's cock of a lip, but it doesn't matter for me because I had 30 thousandths taken off the head, and I have an $85 head gasket that is, what should I say, a compound gasket. I don't know if that's quite the right word, but it allows for little imperfections like that. Next is the oil pan. Oh my God. And let me take you and show you what I've done to the oil pan before we fit it. Alright, just to finish off, this is my oil pan sump, and as you know, I was procrastinating as to whether to get it powder coated or what to do. I bought a can of Rust-Oleum satin finish clear coat, and I have sprayed it with that. I figure at least that way the oil will run off of it. I don't have the expense of paying someone to powder coat it. It will look reasonably decent. Let's face it, that's going to be at the bottom of the engine, so there she is. She's sitting in the sun, and as you can see from my shadow, it is now drying. I will not be putting this on until tomorrow because I want to make sure it's good and dry before I even attempt to touch it. So I will be picking it up on that piece of wood and putting it into my garage tonight. Just thought I'd finish off the video with that. This isn't something I intended to do, but as I walked back into my garage I saw this flag, and it just reminded me that with all this shit going on with Cronies virus, the police, the fire, the ambulance, the doctors and nurses, and everybody out there, I thank you, and I'm sure most of the population thank you for your unwavering service and your sacrifice. I hope you get through it as I hope I get through it. Good luck, guys. May your God go with you.